What's going on, fish family? This is Roberto with RLC Aquatics. I hope you all are being positive because being negative is a disease, and personally, we don't have time to be quarantined. Know what I mean? If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, follow my journey, hit the notification bell as well. That way you get notifications whenever I do post a new video. And if you're doing it for the gram, my gram is rlc.aquatics.fl for Florida. That's rlc.aquatics.fl. Let's get into the video. I'm not going to do any kind of editing. This is going to be a one take, one shot deal. Me and my wife were actually going to be doing something new with this 55-gallon tank. It's a little bittersweet because I've had this tank for about 5 years now, and I have my Corys in here. I have a couple of baby angels, my Panda Guppies that I throw in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and I haven't gotten to a detailed video with the 55 gallons, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it, okay? So here she is. This is the 55-gallon tank that me and my wife are going to be redoing. If you followed me in the past, you probably have an idea what's going to be going into this tank. Just want to go ahead and do a little detailed video before we break this apart. Like I said, it's a bittersweet moment. Got a lot of good memories with this tank. Had my angels breed for the first time in this tank. My Corys bred for the first time in this tank. So, you know, a lot of this stuff in here I've gotten in my area here in Florida at the local ponds and the lakes. This piece of wood was actually one piece of wood. These two pieces of wood were actually one that I just chopped in half. So this is going to be everything here will be taken out for the most part. This moss right here, let me go ahead and get a close up. This I got in South Carolina. I'm also going to be doing a video about this in detail. If anyone knows what this is exactly, please leave a comment down below. This moss, my dad lives on a few acres, and there was a little area where there was just moss growing on the ground, and I thought I'd pick it up, put it in a Ziploc bag, and take it back to Florida with me and see what I could do with it. And sure enough, it is growing wild. Actually, if you look on top of here, you could see it just shooting up to the top. Like I said, I really want to know what this stuff is. So if anybody knows what type of moss this is, please leave a comment down below. I want to start propagating this and getting some more of it because it's just, it does so well. Of course, got some sword in here, got some jungle valve in the back. And like I said, a lot of this stuff here I got in my local lakes. I got some Crypts right there. This was purchased at a pet shop in my area, Anubius, and that I don't know exactly what that is. I got in the lake over here down in Florida in my neighborhood, and I don't know what exactly that is. So if you guys could give me a name of what that is exactly in the comments below, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't do maintenance on this tank too much. Just for the simple fact that my Corys, which is, if you can see one right there, they breed prolifically in this tank. I've never had a pair of Corys that spawn so often. I practically literally don't have to do anything anymore with this tank. If you could see here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's eggs on the glass. See if I can get that. There's an egg right there on top of that leaf. There's some right here. There's some right there, right there. I can't take these eggs out this tank fast enough. It's a good problem. I'm not gonna complain. It's a very good problem. There goes one of my 18 Panda Guppies there. I had to remove him out the tank with the female that just had fry because he was going at him. Sorry for that. He was going at the fry, and we don't want that. We don't want that. Two of the three Panda Guppies in here will not be breeding for the most part because they do have a little bit of gray in their tails, and I'm looking for all black. That one right there, for example. That little one right there, these are dwarf Panda Guppies. That little one right there is the smallest, and it's the best looking. Has somewhat Dumbo fins, and they're all black. Eyes are all black. He's my definition of what a dwarf Panda Guppy should look like. So he's the one that I use for my breeding. As you all know, my dwarf Panda guppy video. I'm trying to strengthen the strain, and I'm looking for more of quality over quantity. It's going to be a longer process, of course, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. So, as you can see, a little bit of some leftover angelfish babies that I have that I just put in this tank just for housing. Sorry for the video quality again. I am working on getting a new camera. Got, like I said, a few angel babies in there. But it's sad to see this go, but it's changes need to be made. And I'm keeping all this, obviously. I'm not throwing any of this away, of course. This is all going to be transported into other tanks and whatnot. But I rarely do water changes on this tank anymore the past couple of months, just for the fact that I don't need to. I just top the water off. If you can see how deep the sand bed is, this I got from Aquarium Co-op. I'm not sure if you all seen the video where he went into that fish shop, and the Asian owner, he does no water changes. He basically tops off, and he says his secret was the high sand bed. I have dirt, soil, just my local, Home Depot, just got some soil, rinsed it out a little bit, cleaned it up, put it in there, and added just pool sand. The sand is too fine for, as you could see, like on this crypt, you see how the roots are kind of coming out of the sand. From what I was told, the roots, they're not able to breathe in this particular fine sand. So I do need to get a little bit more coarser, a little bit more bigger. I'm sorry for the terminology. I might be saying that wrong, but the sand is not supposed to be this fine. So maybe for cichlids and things like that that don't require plants. But for a planted tank, you don't want sand this fine, because you can see all the roots shooting out of the sand. I mean, there's no way for it. They're suffocating. The roots are suffocating. You can even see it on that jungle val right there, roots coming up. But this is just a little bamboo tree that we had. I submerged it, and it's doing really well. But yeah, the tank is super dirty. Want to give you guys the real, and I don't ever want to hide anything from you all. So the tank has not been cleaned in quite some time, and the reason for that is my cories do so well. Like I said, I mean, the amount of eggs that these cories pump out, there's only 3 cories in here. There's 2, well, technically there's a baby that I put in here just for testing to see how it will do, and it's doing just fine. But for the main part, it's 2 females and 1 male cory in here, and they breed like crazy. I mean, they breed like rabbits. So yeah, this is what it looks like before we break it down. And it's time to make changes. It's time to make changes. I've been working in the garage, as you all know. The fish gallery in the garage is almost done. I am working on that. I've been trying to. I got so many projects and so many things I want to show you guys, and I've been trying to just tackle one thing at a time because I'm getting sidetracked at this point. And I want to make sure I pump out videos and more content for you all. I guess a little better picture of the eggs on the glass there. But yeah, this is what it is. And like I said, I don't want to tell you what we're going to be doing with this tank. You all might have an idea, but me and the wife have some plans for it, and it's going to look beautiful. It's going to look beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys know I don't like taking too much of your time because time is super valuable. I really appreciate the support. The reason why I made this video as well too is the last video that I made when I hit 100 subscribers. I got a lot of compliments on the tank, and people were asking me to show what we have in the tank and what's in the tank. And I'll actually post that video somewhere up here. You'll see the link for the previous video on my 100 subscribers and my thank you. And but yeah, like I said, I hope you all are being positive, because being negative is a disease. And personally, we don't have time to be quarantined, if you know what I mean. This is Roberto with RLC Aquatics signing out. Love you all. Have a good day.